Now, this is probably not very surprising, but what if I were to tell you that a lot of the admirals and high-ranking generals of the Republic liked when they changed to the Empire? And a lot of them hated the Jedi. They didn't necessarily like the Jedi and the tactics that they would employ on the battlefield. And that is because they believed the Jedi trusted way too much in the Force. Which is very, very true. The Jedi's trust in the Force led them to be sometimes horrible tacticians. They wouldn't really think through any kind of battle plans or have any strategy when they would approach this war, especially during the Clone Wars. And instead of being understanding like some Jedi such as Ahsoka Tano, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Anakin Skywalker, and even some Jedi like Yoda, they would just believe in that their word was the meant to be. They believed that whatever they said was meant to go exactly that way. Some Jedi just weren't natural tacticians, and that's because they were never trained to be, not like the admirals and the generals were of the Republic. Jedi were trained to be peacekeepers, they were never trained to be warriors. So many of the high-ranking generals and high-ranking admirals would absolutely hate when they had to work with Jedi. And Jedi like Pong Crow were absolutely hated by everybody. A lot of the Jedi were too stuck in their ways to change. They weren't willing to listen to anybody else other than themselves and to the Force. Which listening to the Force isn't innately a bad thing, but it does hinder you when you trust it way too much and you don't trust the people that the Force has placed around you. This bitterness carried over to Order 66. This is why many of the admirals and many of the generals were glad that Order 66 took place, and they were so willing to switch over to the Empire without a second thought. They were glad to not have to take any orders from Jedi anymore. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. May the Force be with you guys, and as always, have a great rest of your day.